Now it's time to use Lambda function in the fulfillment section. So for that I will go to the AWS Management Console. From the services, under the compute service, we have this Lambda. Here I can create a new function. I can create a function from scratch, and I can use multiple different runtimes like Node.js, Python, Ruby, Java, Go, .NET and so on. But here my intention is to make the development very simple. I'll be using a blueprint here provided by AWS. Blueprint is nothing but the sample code provided by AWS. Here I will be using this Lex Booktree Python, this particular sample code. I'm selecting that and configure. I'll give a name, let's say book car. I'll be using this default option, create a new role with basic Lambda permissions, and this is the code. Let's create the function. Now the function has been created. Let me go to the function code, and this is the code. So to make it very simple now, let me go straight to the first function that will be invoked by the fulfillment when calling this Lambda function. So this is the first function that will be invoked, and here you can see we are having two argument, event and context, and after having these things it is returning to this particular function dispatch. Let me go to this dispatch function, and here you can see intent underscore request is the argument that it is taking, and from this intent request, okay, so from this intent request it is identifying the current intent name, and if the current intent name is book car, I am interested in this current intent book car only, so it will return to this function book underscore car. And let me go to this book underscore car function. Here it is taking intent underscore request as argument, and from that intent underscore request you can see we are getting the different slot values. You can see pickup city, date, return date, driver age, car type, those are coming from the slot type values, and even the confirmation status basically. So when I will be having this confirmation status, I can directly check the different confirmation status. If the confirmation status is denied, what I can do is I can directly reset the slot values, like here this Lambda function is doing. It is resetting the slot values to null, none, and then if the confirmation status is none, then I can do some kind of other validations, and if the confirmation status is confirmed, then I can go ahead and take the slot values and do whatever I want to do. I want to basically post the values in my actual business application database tables. So as of now, what you can see is, as of now it is returning this particular context, like thanks, I have placed your reservation. So let's see and check with the bot while testing it. So for that, what I will do is I will first go and select this Lambda function, and here I will not see any Lambda function, that although I have created a Lambda function. For that I will be refreshing this Lex window, and I'll go down, and here I can see, as because I only have this book car Lambda function, I can select that, I can build it. Let's build it. The build is successful now. I can quickly check and test the bot. Should I book the reservation? Yeah. Now in this case you can see it is not returning the default parameterized values to my bot, as because I actually switched from return parameter to client to AWS Lambda function, and basically this particular return message is coming from my Lambda function, and that is this one. So in the next section, what we'll do is we'll invoke external API and we'll post our data to our actual database table.